40 minutes. We had some really good spurts in there and looked really good for a while. Then, things kind of broke down by whatever doing, first game, new, kind of a new lineup, getting used to new offensive system a little bit, but we still need to do our job better, and that's what we've been preaching since that, to try to get ourselves ready for play tonight against Fonfon.
Might be a milestone night tonight for senior Maddie Kelber. She's on the cusp of a 1,000-point career.
Yeah, I mean, that's, out of high school, she was one of the leading scorer in Kenosha County, so we knew that was something she was going to bring to us, and she's done a really good job all over the court for 3 years plus a game. So, and we're expecting her to have a great year here. So, she's been very consistent over the 4 years. Played right away as a freshman, like Autumn did too, and Sammy. So, she's earned that, and hopefully we get that done. Those are one of those things you hope you get it out of the way quick, so we're not staring at it trying to worry about it.
Have you sat back and looked at the top 30 scorers in women's basketball history here at Carthage and realized you're now in your 17th season, you had a hand in 13 of those top 30 scorers?
I hadn't, but I could name, most of those kids, from, Corcoran and Jacqueline and Kuzmanik and, Christy Schmidt and Erica Buckholtz and, I'm probably forgetting somebody that's going to get me in trouble. Katie Yeager was the first one. She was the first one I had. Angela Beyer was here when I got here, so she was in that group. Rachel Newman coached with me for a while, so yeah, it's kind of fun to see that and talk to those guys and remember remember those days. Obviously, we're still doing pretty well, but those were some special people and special kids, and Maddie's doing that, and I would think if things go as planned, Autumn will get there too before the end of the season.
I was going to say, she's working her way up that 3-point chart, and she's just outside the 1,000-point club as well.
Yeah, I mean, and Sammy got a late start with us, missed half the first year, but other than that, they've all, we should have a good year ahead of us, because you always hear the cliche in college basketball to have good guard play to get you places. We've got 3 senior guards that are all really good players. We're double-figure scorers last year. Are good, conscientious, hard-working kids that'll do what we ask them to. So that's what we're kind of hitching our wagon to going forward for the season.
What do we know about this Griffins team? We don't see too many teams out of that St. Louis conference up this way. I believe this is the first ever matchup for the two schools. What do you know outside of, we know they have the Venegas twins from Racine St. Catharines.
And that's the inside story for why we're playing the game, because they coach, a lot of coaches, I think it was a North Carolina thing back with Dean Smith, if you have kids from other areas that aren't close to home, you try when they're seniors to get a game in the area. So their coach called me when we were scheduling last year, do you mind, would you play us at your place? Well, usually when somebody says you want to play, let's go. So they came, they're here, they're playing at Platteville tomorrow, so I'm assuming they were either in town last night or they're going to stay here tonight, and so that those kids can have their friends and family, be here and enjoy that. So yeah, that's kind of how it happened. They've got one of the Venegas kids is a really talented scorer. They've got another guard that was their leading scorer last year, was an all-conference kid that must be nicked up or something, because she didn't play in their exhibition game, and she played 14 minutes off the bench in their last game. So it's one of those, as a coach, your paranoia says, we'll expect her to play in 30 minutes tonight. But so they try to, they play at a different pace. They're kind of deliberate with what they're doing, but they've got good quickness. They're trying to play the ball through Venegas in the high post and then play off of her, and she's pretty talented. She can score off the dribble, she can shoot it from 15 feet, she can post up. She's a strong kid, so I'm sure they'll be excited to play close to home. So I'm expecting a really good effort from them, and I think we have to match that, and I think if we do, we'll have a good night.
Keys for a victory tonight?
Being better defensively. The other day we didn't guard, I think the term that they use now is we didn't guard our yard. Like, everyone talks about building your help defense and building your shell defensive thing. That's important. It's vitally important. But sometimes it's just, John, I got to guard you, and if you can't beat me, then I don't have to have help, instead of relying on help. And I think that we created some of the threes that Calvin made because we accepted the fact that we let them buy a little bit, not clean, but they got by enough that we had to help, and then they made the right choice and made the shot. So we want to clean that part up, and I think we should be able to control the boards here. I think they're not huge. They've got some decent athletes that will go after it, but we've got bigger and stronger, and we need to be in that mindset to take care of both ends.
Broadcast number 1, let's get win number 1 on the season in the books here tonight.
I'm with that, John. Thank you.
Alrighty. Head coach Tim Bernero joining us in our pregame as the Carthage Lady Reds get set to entertain the Fontbonne University Griffins out of St. Louis, Missouri. Tip-off coming your way after this 60-second break. You're listening to Lady Reds basketball on AM 1050 WLIP.
Did you know Carthage offers a Master of Science degree in the thriving field of business design and innovation? More targeted than an MBA program, it can be completed in 10 months. Design is a creative approach to solving complex problems. Business executives find design increasingly valuable, yet the strategies can be applied to just about any field. The Carthage BDI program prepares graduates to lead and manage high-performing cross-functional teams, design innovative solutions, and develop effective strategies and programs for both private, nonprofit, and government sectors. To find out more about this graduate program at Carthage College, contact the Graduate Admissions Office at 262-551-5734 or online at carthage.edu/continuing studies. John Weiser back with you at the Tarbell Arena as we get set for Game 1 of the season here for Lady Reds on AM 1050 WLIP. Lady Reds with a record of 0-1, falling to Calvin College on Saturday. And Fontbonne coming in with a 1-0 record tonight, having taken care of St. Louis School of Pharmacy in their opener. They also had a scrimmage out in Columbia, Missouri about 2 weeks ago, took on the University of Missouri in a scrimmage. So this team facing some big-time programming, getting ready for their season. Again, a team picked to finish middle of the St. Louis Intercollegiate Athletic Conference this season. They're coming off of a 7-9 season a year ago and 11-14 overall. Well, the big news around campus here is the women's volleyball team headed to Chicago tomorrow as they will open up regional play at the University of Chicago. The Carthage Lady Red volleyball team will take on Grinnell tomorrow at 3 o'clock at the University of Chicago. And they will, winner of that match will take on the winner of the Claremont Mud Scripps contest versus Washington University of St. Louis. And the other 4 teams in that region include the University of Chicago, Westminster of Missouri, Otterbein, and UW Whitewater. So best of luck to the Carthage Lady Red volleyball team under Coach of the Year, Leanne Ulmer, as they take on Grinnell tomorrow at 3 o'clock down at the University of Chicago. Busy weekend here with volleyball in Chicago. And, of course, Redmond football wrapping up on Saturday as the Carthage Redmond will entertain Augustana. We will have that broadcast for you here on 1050 WLIP beginning at 12:30 here at Art Keller Field in Kenosha. And then Redmond basketball Saturday night. We will not have that broadcast, but they will be playing here at 5 o'clock. A system game, if you will, against Greenville, another St. Louis Intercollegiate Athletic Conference foe. That'll be Redmond and Greenville here Saturday night at 5. And then our first Redmond broadcast will take place on Tuesday next week as the Carthage Redmond basketball team will entertain the defending Division III national champion UW Oshkosh Titans. Oshkosh off to a 2-0 start. They defeated both Augustana and North Central in the CCIW for their first 2 games of the season. And what makes that kind of noteworthy, Augustana and North Central, year 1 and 2. North Central picked for first, Augustana second by the league coaches in the CCIW. So very entertaining game coming your way next Tuesday. Hope to see you out here in person for that one. Let's pack the place as it involves a national championship team in UW Oshkosh. Those don't come your way that often, and they will be in your building coming up on Tuesday. So try and take advantage of that here in Kenosha as that takes place on Tuesday. We're just about set. We had a JV game ahead of us here tonight, so this game tipping off a little later than the 7 o'clock tip scheduled because of that. So we're getting set to go here at Tarbell Arena. Glad you're along. Let's head down to the scorers table tonight.
The NCAA promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and fans. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. The NCAA, the CCIW, and Carthage, thank you for your cooperation. At this time, please direct your attention to the American flag located at the north end of the arena. It drapes across from Captain Frank Badron, a former Carthage student who died in Vietnam in 1970. The flag is a gift
Our national anthem tonight from the Tarbell Arena as we get set for Lady Red basketball. Let's give you the starting lineups for the Griffins from Fontbonne University out of Clayton, Missouri, just outside of St. Louis. And they will start at a guard, Mallory Profer. Profer, a 5'11 senior out of Wildwood, Missouri. Riley Stafford will get a start at a guard, 5'6 junior out of Jackson, Missouri. Courtney White, the number 3 guard on the team, a 5'5 sophomore out of Hazelwood, Missouri. And then the Venegas twins host, Jillian Venegas, senior, both St. Catherine High School. They have their cheering section here tonight. Head coach for the Griffins is Maureen Sias. Assistant coaches Michael Fitzgerald and Patrick McKelvey. That is the starting lineup for the Fontbonne, the St. Louis Collegiate Athletic Conference. And now the starting lineup for the Carthage Lady Reds. So the lineup tonight for the Lady Reds, a familiar one over the last couple of seasons. It'll be Sammy Woodward, Maddie Kelber, Autumn Kalis, Haley R., the junior out of Woodstock, and Maggie Berrigan at forward, the 6-foot senior out of Hersey High School in Arlington Heights, Illinois. And all eyes on Maddie Kelber tonight, a 5'7 senior, 5 points away from 1,000 points in her career. Griffins from Fontbonne in the purple jerseys, purple shorts trimmed out in white and gold. Lady Reds in the white jerseys, white shorts trimmed out in red and black. Haley R. will jump center. She will go up against Raven Venegas. And season number 18 for yours truly at the mic, underway for basketball in 2019. Opening tip brought down by the Griffins. It'll be man-to-man defense here for the Lady Reds. 4 10-minute quarters in women's basketball. Raven Hughes kicks it back out, gets it to Jillian Venegas, back up top. It'll roll around to Courtney White, high on the right. Now inside, Venegas got away with a walk as she kicks to the near corner. Up with it is Stafford. Rebound to Venegas. Back out to the right wing it goes. To Hannah Scherenberg. Now up top. Profer with it. Walked with the basketball. Shuffled the feet as she tried to collect that low pass below her waist that time. Moved the feet, turning it over. First turnover of the ball game. It'll be Lady Red ball in the backcourt. Griffins will open up in man-to-man as Kayla springs it across. Drifts over to the right side to Calber. Calber below the right arc. Now back to R at the free throw line. Out to Berrigan. Into the left corner it goes now. Woodward dribbles out of the corner. Back up top to Calber. Calber in the paint. Step jab. Good. Got that ball at the free throw line. A little step jab into the paint. Pumped it up and in. 2 points for Calber. 3 away from 1,000 in her career. Now the pass nearly broken up by Calber as they get it into the corner. Left side, Jillian Venegas for the triple, and she hits. Jillian Venegas left open in the left corner. Drops down the 3, and the Griffins have their first lead, 3-2. Inside look, it goes to R, low right, double team, missed the shot, rebound tipped around and taken away by Stafford. Riley Stafford gets it across to Profer. Now to Raven Venegas, dribbles out of the left corner, goes up with the right hand, banks it in. Shielded that ball nicely with the left arm as she made her way into the paint from left to right. And once she got inside, flipped it up with the right hand, her first 2 points. Biggest lead now for the Griffins at 3, 5-2. Now Autumn Kalis lost the dribble, stolen away. Jillian Venegas coming down with it. Guarded by Calber, goes up over Calber, missed the shot. Calber with the rebound. She will clear it out to Kalis. Kalis now on the dribble down the right side across midcourt. Works it up on the right side, drifts between the circles, now swings it off left side to Woodward. We got a foul inside. And it was Berrigan trying to slide through the lane. She was fouled by Courtney White. White tried to impede her movement through the lane, picks up the foul. That is her first. 4 team fouls per quarter. After the 4th one, you're shooting as Woodward jacks the 3 left side, no good. R with the offensive board. Back out to Calber for 3, in and out. And the rebound pulled in by Mallory Profer. Had that gone down, that would have got her at 1,000 in her career. Now Raven Venegas drives the lane, goes up with the right hand and in. Power move, 7 straight now by the Griffins. They lead it by 5. Very nice move by Raven Venegas that time, taking it right down the boulevard. Not to be denied. Now Woodward for 3 off the right wing from the feed from Calber, no good. R with another offensive board, back out to Kalis, takes it behind the arc and drops in the triple. Kalis, after she got that pass from R, just took her couple of steps back, dribbled back behind the arc on the right side and was able to drop it in. Lady Reds down 2 here with under 7 to play first quarter. Inside it goes to Venegas, working on Berrigan, forced her inside. Now they kick it back out to Jillian Venegas. Near wing to White. White tries to penetrate, got away with a walk, lost the dribble, squirts back out. Raven Venegas picks it up. Her 20-footer won't go. Rebound off of Kalis, knocked out of her arms, and it will be Lady Red ball. Kalis tried to get control of that, and it was Mallory Profer coming from behind, knocked it away and out of bounds. It'll be Lady Red ball. 6.5 minutes to play. We're in the first quarter here at the Tarbell Arena. Lady Reds trail 7-5. Kalis now working the dribble on the right wing. Right corner it goes to Woodward. Back up top to Kalis. Now out to Calber for 3. Got it! There's 1,000 in her career. It's a triple off the left wing for Maddie Calber. Gives her team an 8-7 lead. And Calber now at the 1,000-point mark in her career. The senior out of Pleasant Prairie, able to notch her 1,000th point. They will recognize that the next dead ball here at the Tarbell Arena. 8-7 Lady Reds. Shot clock down to 9 now as Courtney White works the dribble. Got around Berrigan, penetrates, dishes it off to Raven Venegas, and she drops it in from 10 feet out. Venegas just drifted down below the free throw line as White made her move to the basket. She turned, flipped to Venegas, and she was able to drop the jumper. 9-8 Griffins, 5.5 minutes to play. Kayla's shot short, might have been tipped that time by Mallory Profer. Back come the Griffins the other way, right to left. They'll set it up now. In the left corner, it's Jillian Venegas. Working the dribble, cut off. Back up top to Raven Venegas. She'll drive in left side and walk with the basketball. Traveling the violation there, turns it back over. Substitutions here for the Griffins. Riley Guffey will check in at a point guard, 5'3" junior out of Newburgh, Missouri. Also in there is Madison Boaz, a 5'8" sophomore from Oakville, Missouri. And Hannah Scherenberg. Scherenberg, a freshman from Notre Dame High School in St. Louis. Lady Reds turn it over inside. Back the other way come the Griffins. They lead by 1. 7-0 run, built out a 5-point lead, but the Reds have come back here. Stafford with it up top, works it off near wing pro for a whistle away from the play. Berrigan picking up the foul away from the play. Body contact, again that freedom of movement. That's been the catchphrase in the NCAA amongst the officials here the last couple of years, trying to eliminate the restriction of that movement. As they get it in, Schoenberg missed the shot, ball loose inside, and she will scoop it out to Boaz. Back out for the 3 and drops it down, Mallory Profer. The senior guard left open on the wing, able to drop down the triple, and the Griffins back up by 4. 12-8 Fontbonne. Kalber, who's now at the 1-point mark in her career after that 3-pointer, dishes it off to R, drives in right side, count it, and 1 for Haley R. Good move that time. Kalber with the penetration down the left side, flipped it back to her right. R trailing down the right side, able to make the catch, drive to the basket, and she will go to the line to complete the 3-point play. That last foul on Scherenberg, her first. Second team foul, and R at the line for the and 1, knocks it down. 1-point game. Lady Reds trail 12-11, 4:20 to play. We're in the first quarter. Now working the dribble across, they give it to Stafford. Hands it off to Scherenberg. Back out right wing Boaz. And a whistle. And we got a foul on the Lady Reds. Foul's going to go on Maddie Kalber. That's her first. Team foul's even now at 2 as the Griffins get it in. Working the dribble, driving down the right side. Scherenberg puts it up, missing. R with the rebound, got bumped off, whistle, foul. She collected that rebound. Haley R doing a nice job on the glass here early on tonight. That is her 4th rebound. So Carthage will take a 30-second timeout here with 3:53 to play in this first quarter, down 1. Hey, the Barnes & Noble Carthage College Bookstore is your headquarters for Carthage logo wear. Right now it's the pre-holiday sale with 25% off all Champion brand Carthage logo wear. And shopping is easy. Simply go to the carthage.bncollege.com website and place your order. Free ground shipping or pick it up in the store located inside the Campbell Student Union here at Carthage College. Hey, the holidays are approaching. Get started on your shopping list now. Go to carthage.bncollege.com. That's carthage.bncollege.com for your Carthage logo wear. 12-11, Fontbonne on top of the Lady Reds. Fontbonne at 45%, Lady Reds at 40% here in this first quarter. Woodward driving, penetrates, floats, and hits. Sammy Woodward into the books tonight. Her first 2 points gives the Lady Reds a 1-point lead. 13-12 Carthage, 3.5 minutes to go first quarter. Near turnover that time by Guffey as she was bothered by Kalis. Now Madison Boaz, back out, shot partially blocked by Kalis. R picks up the loose ball inside. She will clear it down floor, gets it to Amanda Larson. Larson in there now for Berrigan. So Larson, Kalber, along with Kalis, R, and Woodward. As Kalis' 3 from the left corner, no good. R with an offensive board, goes back up and misses, and the rebound cleared out by the Griffins. It's 5 boards now for Haley R tonight, and we're only in the first quarter. Under 3 minutes to play. On the drive, we got to travel. Extra step that time on the way to the basket. Riley Stafford turning it over. That is the 3rd turnover committed by Fontbonne tonight. Kelsey Cochon, the 6-foot sophomore out of Tremper High School, in there now for the Lady Reds, replacing Haley R. Woodward for three, right side, in and out. Loose ball, Cochon tried to save it and stepped out with it as she was fighting for that loose ball low on the right side. Haley Busher in there now, a 5'8" freshman out of St. Clair, Missouri for the Griffins. And Taylor Josephowitz on the floor now for the Lady Reds. Josephowitz, the 5'6" guard out of Crystal Lake South High School. 13-12 Lady Reds, 2:27 to play, first quarter. And we got a foul inside as hitting the deck on the drive, Haley Busher. And the foul will go on Larson, impeded her drive. So Busher fouled on the play, 13th foul now, and the inbounds goes off of Kalis back out of bounds. So the Griffins will inbound this time from the left of the basket. Throw it in all the way up top to Guffey. She'll launch a three and an air ball miss. Lady Red ball with 2:17 to play in the quarter. Each team with 3 team fouls here in this first quarter. Again, you're allowed 4. And after the 4th, shooting fouls after that. Woodward across the free throw line to Josephowitz. Back up top to Woodward again. Penetrates to the free throw line. The kick right side goes to Kalis. Steps outside the arc. Fires the 3. Missing. Rebound inside by Guffey. She'll lead the break out the other way. Try to get it into Venegas. Broken up inside by Amanda Larson. And so Griffins will retain possession with 24 on the shot clock. 1:54 to play here in this first quarter. Reds up by 1. Now we got a foul on the inbound. Got a blocking foul as they tried to stack them up here on the left side of the baseline, and it's going to go against the Griffins. It's going to go on Boucher. That is her first and the 4th team foul. So they're at their limit here with 1:50 to play in the quarter. And the fouls will reset at the start of each quarter. Larson with it now. Top of the circle, left of the free throw line with the dribble. Back out to Josephowitz for 3. That one's off to the right, no good. Cochon couldn't get the rebound as it slips off to Venegas. Jillian Venegas clears it out. Gets it off to Boaz into the right wing. 3 on the way, no good by Busher. Out of bounds, it'll be Carthage ball. So Lady Reds will bring it up from the backcourt with 1:20 to play here in the first quarter. Kalis with it, off to Josephowitz on the right. Top of the circle, Kalis. Working the dribble now, back to Josephowitz on the right wing. They're trying to get the weave, and Josephowitz traveled with the basketball. Woodward was going to try and come through the top of the circle that time, and the defender stepped out. That forced Josephowitz to hold that ball an extra second, and she dragged the foot for the travel. So now the Griffins bid up. Just the second turnover by the Lady Reds here in the quarter. 3 on the way, top side. That one's no good. Rebound Cochon gives it off to Autumn Kalis. Kalis now with 50 seconds to play in the quarter. Driving, going all the way. Couldn't finish, but drew the foul. Nice move down the left baseline that time by Autumn Kalis. Looked like she was going to pull up just at the top of the circle and then put the ball on the floor, drove hard to the basket, was able to draw the foul. It's going to go against Riley Guffey, her first. 2 shots here for Autumn Kalis. Kalis got to the line only once in Saturday's loss to Calvin, missing the first attempt here. She was 1 for 1 on Saturday. Finished that game with 16 points, second leading scorer behind Sammy Woodward's 23 in that loss to the Knights. So Kalis goes 1 for 2. Berrigan back in, replacing Kalis. 39 seconds to play. Griffins with the ball. Turning, Guffey going hard. Couldn't get it to finish, but drew the foul. Boucher that time. Again, the Lady Reds kind of looking for some help there, and they didn't get it. And that's something Coach Bernero talked about in the pregame. Don't be looking for the help. Establish the defense first. Cashon with the foul, her first. Boucher's second, good. 2 for 2 that trip for Boucher. Ties the game at 14 with 33 seconds to play. See what the Lady Reds want to do. They'll have to put up a shot, but see if they'll wait it out here. About a 3-second difference. Shot clock to game clock. Josefowicz will put it up. Nope. Called for dragging the pivot foot. Turns it over. Her second turnover tonight, and the third by the Lady Reds. So shot clock dark. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Griffins will bring it in from midcourt. Tie game at 14. Larson able to step in front of the pass intended for Profer. Knocking it out with 14 seconds to play in the quarter. Jillian Venegas working the basketball, gets it back off to Guffey. Guffey puts it up and in off the right baseline. Guffey breaks the tie, 2 seconds, 1 across midcourt. Woodward won't get it away, does not count. Reds will trail by 2, headed into the second quarter. 16-14, Fontbonne on top of the Carthage Lady Reds after 1 quarter. We'll take a 60 break. This is Lady Red basketball on AM 1050 WLIP. Lady Reds trailed by 2 as we head to the second quarter. John Weiser back with you at the Tarbell Arena. 16-14, Fontbonne on top of the Lady Reds. Maddie Calver with 5 points in that first quarter. Those 5 points get her to exactly 1,000 in her career here at Carthage College. She was the leading scorer for the Lady Reds with 5, and Raven Venegas with 6 points to lead the way for the Griffins in that first quarter. As they work it inside, the Lady Red ball. Berrigan able to finish low right for her first points tonight. Berrigan with 2, ties the game at 16. Raven Venegas walked with the basketball. She caught that pass top of the circle. Didn't put it down in time. Turns it over with the walk. 5 turnovers now for the Griffins here in this first half compared to 3 for the Lady Reds. Reds 31%, 5 of 16 in that first quarter. Griffins 37%. As they work it inside, nice. Haley R. with a nice basket there. So it's Woodward, Berrigan, R., Kalis, and Kalber out there for the Lady Reds. Profer, Jillian Venegas, Raven Venegas, Guffey, and Boaz out there for the Griffins, and they turn it over on the errant pass, coming back near side looking for Stafford. That's 6 turns now for this Griffin team. We're a minute into the second quarter, 18-16 Lady Reds. Kalis top of the circle, swings it off left side. Kalber on the drive. Nice dish back to Berrigan. Berrigan will put it up from 20 left side, no. And the rebound pulled in by Riley Stafford. She will bring it across. Stafford works it off to Raven Venegas, I should say, high on the right. Like to post her up high and then work off of that. They swing it in the left corner for Courtney White. Her through good. Berrigan got her fingers on the ball, couldn't control. So Griffin ball here in the offense end. Reset the shot clock empty here. as the Griffins will inbound. 5-second count, and they just beat it as they get it in. Layer back up top, and it goes for Mallory Profer, and she drops in the triple. Profer for 3, Griffins back up by 1, 19-18. Profer now 2 for 3 from the arc, 6 points tonight. Kalber high on the right. Works it back to Kalis. Open 3 left side. That caroms off the rim, no good. The rebound pulled in by Lower. Back the other way. Again taken away by Sammy Woodward. Woodward now on the drive. Tried to set up a spin move, lost the dribble. And it's taken back by Stafford. She'll bring it off to White. To Raven Venegas. 15-footer left side off the back rim. Berrigan with the rebound. Gives it off to Kalis across midcourt. 19-18, Reds down 1. Woodward for 3 off the right wing, no good. Rebound, Haley R again, taken away from Berrigan. Back out to Kalber for the triple, that's no good. Rebound, caroms off of R, out of bounds. It'll be Griffin ball. Boy, I like the grit that's out there by Haley R. She has 6 boards already here in this first half. R had 7 total rebounds in the game against Calvin on Saturday. 13 boards in 2 games, we'll take that. Again, it's that Chiefs and Indians kind of mentality. How many do you have out there? The ball loose up top, Amanda Larson able to take it away. Another turnover now, that's 8 committed by the Griffins here in this first half. 7 minutes to play, Reds down 1 here in this first half. Now Sammy Woodward sets it up, steps inside the arc right side, drops it down. Open jumper for Sammy Woodward. She has 4. Reds reclaim the lead by 1. Now back the other way. They deny inside to Riley Stafford. Ball slaps off the rim, and Berrigan able to pull it down. Sets it up into the hands of Woodward on the drive, through the lane, scoop with the right hand, couldn't get it to fall. Raven Venegas gets the rebound in front of Berrigan. She'll run the floor. Venegas down the right side, got around Amanda Larson. Now swings it back up top into the hands of Profer. Now to White, trying to spin her way, got around. Larson lays it up and in. Check that, Diana Esther, the freshman from Tremper High School that time. Got caught flat-footed that time as White spun around her. 21-20. Larson with it to Esther. She'll fire the 3. In and out, no good. Rebound, Raven Venegas. She'll give it up to Profer. Back to Venegas. Got around R into Berrigan. Back out it goes into the near corner. 3 on the way by Lair. That's no good. White inside, couldn't corral the rebound. Oh, they say it went off of a Lady Red player. It'll be Griffin ball here as they will make some substitutions. Katie Grimes, a freshman from O'Fallon, Missouri, in there now for the first time tonight. Riley Guffey back in there. And also in there, Jillian Venegas, replacing Raven Venegas. They work it inside, pass deflected. Madison Boaz able to pick it up, gets it into Jillian Venegas. Kicks it back outside left wing to Guffey. Back to Venegas, she'll fire the 3. That one's an air ball miss. Woodward will pick it up inside, she'll lead the breakout. Woodward across midcourt. Woodward to the top of the circle. Step back 3. Rolls off the rim, no good. Rebound inside. Haley R able to pick it up again. Now drives in right side. Reverse layup left. Oh, couldn't get it to fall. Nice move, just unable to finish. And the ball deflects out of bounds off of Sammy Woodward. It'll be Griffin ball, but can't fault the effort that time by Haley R inside. R with 7 boards to go with 5 points. Reds down 1, 21-20, under 5 minutes to play here in this second quarter. Now on the drive, Jillian Venegas, foul on the floor as she curled, made her move toward the basket. Got fouled by Berrigan, I believe. That is her second. That is the first on the Lady Reds here in this second quarter. Griffins to inbound right of the basket. They toss it in right corner I should say, to Guffey. Back up top to Venegas. Deep three over Berrigan. That one's no good. The rebound pulled in by Autumn Kalis. Venegas tried to embellish that a little bit with a flop, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. Sammy Woodward pass deflected inside, taken away by the Griffins, and it's pulled out of there by Riley Guffey. Reds have gone nearly 2.5 minutes without a field goal here. Now Profer with it. Kick to the corner, Venegas. Back up top to Profer for three. Got it. Profer now 3 for 4 from behind the arc. She has 9 points. 4-point lead, largest of the game now for the Griffins here with 4:05 to play. Kalis driving from the right side, whistle and a foul as she was knocked to the floor trying to make her move on Boaz that time. It's the first Griffin foul of this second quarter. It'll go on Boaz. Kelsey Kashan will come in now, replacing Maggie Berrigan. Kashan, the Tremper graduate. So we got a couple of Tremper players out there right now for the Lady Reds. Rebound inside R, goes back up with her. Kashan, goes back up with it over R. Missed the shot, but she will get to the line as she was fouled. Concerted effort here by the Lady Reds to crash the glass, and they are down 2 in the rebounding stat, down 19-17 in that category, but can't fault the effort by the Reds on the glass tonight as Kashan will go to the free throw line. Kelsey played 14 minutes in that loss to Calvin on Saturday. Did not score, collected a couple of rebounds as she knocks down the free throw. She will get one more here. Lefty fires it up and in. Cuts the deficit to 2. Timeout Griffins. This will be a 30-second timeout coming with 3:56 remaining here in this second quarter, and the Reds down 24-22. Our game tonight is brought to you in part by Mason's Eatery and Pub. They're located on Highway 50 west of Green Bay Road in Kenosha. Mason's, the official breakfast supplier of Carthage Redmond football these days. And by Building Waters Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, that's what they do. And don't forget refrigeration too, by our good friends at Francetic Tax Resolution. Don't get frantic, get Francetic. Go to 262tax.com. And by Something Different, a sports fan fantasy land on 6th Avenue in downtown Kenosha. John Weiser with you tonight on AM 1050 WLIP. Lady Reds basketball this evening. Sports Bar with Jerry and Don going to be coming your way tomorrow night from 7 until 9. So I'm glad you're with us this evening. If you're looking for that program, it'll be with you tomorrow night, a special Friday edition of the Sports Bar. These guys do a pretty good job. Very entertaining. All our sports programming very entertaining. Pat Hegewald on Wednesday nights, you can't beat that. It's Kenosha Sports Extra as we got a foul up top. Jillian Venegas handling the basketball was fouled. Going to go against the Lady Reds here, and Haley R. That is her first. Second team foul. Team fouls at 2 apiece here in this second quarter. Griffins will inbound left of the basket. 5-second count on. They just get it in. Katie Grimes with it now. 5'4" guard. Feeds Jillian Venegas. Top of the circle. Swings it off left side. Boucher for 3. Knocks it down. Haley Boucher, the freshman out of St. Clair, Missouri, gets into the scorebook here. 1 for 2 now outside the arc. 27-22, a 5-point Griffin lead. Kalis driving in left side, cut off at the baseline. Feeds R, swings it back out right side to Larson. Larson below the three-point arc. To Kashan, back to Larson. Shot clock at 7. Reversing left side, left corner, Autumn Kalis. Pulls up on the drive, can't hit. Lady Reds again come up empty. And it's been almost 4 minutes now without a field goal here for the Lady Reds. They trail by 5. 2:45 to play in the half. In the corner near side, Grimes drives out of the corner, hands it off to Jillian Venegas, works it around to the right side now. Guffey to Venegas, who traveled with the basketball. She collected that pass, the 9th turnover committed by the Griffins tonight. Reds have gone cold from the field here. Over 5.5 minutes without a field goal in this second quarter. Just a couple of free throws and they find themselves down 5. Inside, Kashan tries to go back up with it. Ball stripped and taken away. Out of bounds by Haley Boucher. Reds will retain possession left of the basket with 14 seconds to play. That's a nice play by Boucher. They get it into Kashan and she is fouled immediately, going up with it from the left side. Jillian Venegas picking up the foul. That is her first personal, 3rd team foul. Kashan back at the free throw line. 2 for 2 tonight from the stripe. And the lefty puts it up and in. Reds now 5 for 6 at the line. We're just 12 of 16 Saturday against Calvin. One more toss here for the Tremper grad, and she knocks it down. Kashan with 4 points, all coming from the stripe. Pulls her team to within 3. Reds in a press mode here, 1-2-1. Able to break it quickly as they get it across nicely to Boucher. Boucher for 3, won't go. Woodward with the rebound for the Lady Reds. She will settle it down as we approach 2 minutes to play here in this second quarter. Woodward across midcourt, right side to Kalis. Takes the dribble to the top of the circle, swings back to Woodward left side. Working the dribble inside, tried to feed R off her fingertips and out of bounds to the Griffins. 6th turnover by the Lady Reds tonight. Good idea, but the pass was low. R couldn't get down to reach it, rolled off her fingertips out of bounds. So the Griffins will set it up, leading by 3. Kalis hounding the dribble this time by Guffey. She's got away, got it out to Grimes, who drops down the triple. Grimes, her first points from the arc. 6-point lead now for the Griffins late here in this second quarter. Larson going down the lane, left-hand layup won't fall. Battle for the loose ball inside. Koshan goes back up with it, can't hit. Rebound to Woodward, to R, down low to Kashan, and she's able to finish the first field goal in nearly 6 minutes for the Lady Reds, and it's underneath to Kashan. Kashan with 6, deficit 4, under a minute to play here in this second quarter. Now Grimes drives out of the left corner, works it off left wing. With it is Stafford, back out for the 3, taken by Guffey, no good. Rebound, Haley R. 8 boards in the first half for Haley R. Down low to Kashan, bumped and fouled as she went up on the left side. And Kashan will go back to the free throw line, will shoot a pair. Guffey picking up the foul, that is her 2nd. 4th team foul. Jillian Venegas will come out. So both Venegas girls on the bench right now. Kashan back at the free throw line where she is perfect so far. And she hits that one. 5 for 5 from the stripe. 7 points tonight for Kashan. One more toss here. That one lips out, but R with another rebound underneath, and she's tied up and fouled as she's knocked to the floor as she tried to take that ball away as she got tangled up with Haley Boucher off that free throw missed by Kashan. And that is the 5th team foul, so this will be 2 free throws upcoming for Haley R. R with 5 points, 9 boards, 2 assists here in this first half. Gotta love the effort here put on by the Lady Reds here. They've now +2 on the glass. And the offensive boards tonight have been impressive. R's free throw off the back iron. One more for Haley R. 10 points, 7 boards Saturday against Calvin. Knocks that one down. 30-28, Reds down 2. Again, they will press. White able to break it to Grimes. Down the right side, pulls up below the free throw line. The pass is stolen by Autumn Kalis. Kalis on the breakout. Kalis will circle back outside the arc right wing. Inside it goes to Kashawn. Feeds Larson, lays it up short, and the rebound pulled in by White. Back come the Griffins, 17 seconds to play in the half. They'll work the basketball. Sharonberg back out to White. Courtney White with it. Over to Boucher. Back to White. Got away with a chicken wing on top of Larson. Got a whistle and contact and a foul on Carthage. As she tried to spin her way free, but when she made her initial move, she was dribbling with the left hand. She had that right arm out, leaning into the defender, and got away with that move. The foul will be called on the Lady Reds. It'll go on Amanda Larson, her second, as White's free throw off the back iron, no good. One more toss for White. 4.3 seconds to play in the half. Free throw is good. 3-point lead. Woodward gets it down the floor. R's got to get rid of it. Does at the buzzer. Count it. Haley R underneath on a nice speed from Sammy Woodward. Pulls the Reds to within 1 here at the half. It is Fontbonne 31, Carthage 30 through the first 20 minutes. We will pause and take a 2-minute break. Back with our halftime programming. We'll run the numbers for you when we return. Reds down here at the break. You're listening to Carthage Lady Red Basketball on Kenosha's radio station, AM 1050 WLIP.
All right, Kyle. Your 30 seconds starts now. On the way, early. Plenty of time. And go to the chair at the top. Over 4. I think it would have been worth more than this is up. All right. One more chance. Oh, that's where it goes. You still with the Turkey shootout shoot bag. United by Jeremy Woods. Congratulations, Todd.
Lady Red Basketball on AM 1050 WLIP, brought to you in part by Luigi's Pizzeria. They're on 39th Avenue, a couple of blocks south of Highway 50 here in Kenosha. By Berkshire Hathaway Epic Real Estate Company. By SinusandSnoringMD.com with Dr. Swerdlin. His office is located on Green Bay Road in Kenosha. By Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha, just east of I-94 on Highway 50. And by Lou Perini's Gas and Grocery, that's home of Mama P's Ho-Ho Cakes. They're located on the corner of Sheridan Road and 52nd Street in Kenosha. John Weiser back with you. Halftime here at the Tarbell Arena. Carthage Lady Reds trail by 1. Fontbonne 31. The Lady Reds 30. Carthage outscoring the Griffins 16-15 in that second quarter. And really the storyline tonight, Lady Reds crashing the boards here. They have out-rebounded the Fontbonne Griffins 22-21, including 9 on the offensive glass so far tonight. And it's been led by Haley R. R, the junior, with 9 rebounds, 6 of them on the offensive glass tonight. So she's been anchoring that low post and grinding out the rebounds and working her way inside tonight offensively for the Lady Reds. Meanwhile, the storyline on the scoring tonight, Maddie Kalber, 2 for 4, 5 points, including a three-pointer. Her three-pointer early in the first quarter puts her at 1,000 in her career here at Carthage College. So she joins the likes of several of the Lady Reds of lore in that category of the 1,000-point club. And moving up that list now at 1,000, she becomes the 24th Carthage player in women's basketball history to score 1,000 or more points in her career, as she passes Morgan Harris. And her next on the list is Christy Schmidt, who played for the Lady Reds back in 2011 through 2014 at 1,019 points. So Maddie Kalber, congratulations to the senior out of Indian Trail High School, hitting the 1,000-point mark with that three-pointer in the first quarter. She has 5 points tonight. Leading scorer was Kelsey Cashon, the leading scorer in this first half. The sophomore out of Tremper High School with 9 points, 5 of 6 from the line, 2 of 3 from the field, playing here in this second quarter. All of her points coming in this second quarter. She played roughly 7 minutes in this second quarter, 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 of 6 from the line, the leading scorer for the Lady Reds in that first half. Haley R. with 6, Maddie Kalber with 5, 4 each for Autumn Kalis and Sammy Woodward, 2 for Maggie Berrigan, and Amanda Larson, Taylor Josephowitz, and Ayanna Esther all played but did not score for the Lady Reds in that first half. The Reds were 10 for 34 from the field, 29%, 2 of 14 from the arc, just 14%, and 8 for 11 at the line. Meanwhile, for the Griffins, they were led in scoring by Mallory Profer. Profer with 9 points in that first half, 3 of 4 from the field, all from behind the arc in that first half. Profer with 9. It was Boucher with 5. Raven Venegas with 6. Haley Boucher with 5. 3 points each for Katie Grimes and Jillian Venegas. 2 for Riley Guffey. And Riley Stafford played, did not score. Madison Boaz played, did not score, as did Hannah Scherenberg. No points in that first half. The Griffins shot 37% in that first half, 11 of 29. They were 6 of 17 from behind the arc and 3 of 4 at the free throw line. Lady Reds out-rebounding the Griffins 22-21 in that first half, including 9 on the offensive glass. Haley R. with 9 boards in that first half, 6 on the offensive glass. Meanwhile, for the Griffins, 21 rebounds in that first half, 5 on the offensive glass. They were led by Raven Venegas and Mallory Profer, each with 3. Turnovers in that first half, 10 by the Griffins, 6 by the Lady Reds. And points in the paint, Lady Reds outscoring Fontbonne 14-8. Second chance points 8-6 in favor of the Lady Reds. And the Reds had their only lead coming off the first basket of the ball game. They trailed this entire game, down 2 at the end of the first quarter, 16-14, and they trail here at the half, 31-30. Only game going on in the CCIW tonight in both women's and men's play. Again, the Redmen will return to action Saturday evening. That'll be a 5 o'clock tip. That's been changed. So note that, a 5 o'clock tip for the Redmen basketball game on Saturday. They will be taking on Greenville, and that will be at 5 o'clock. Greenville men playing that system game, much like Grinnell. So that'll be an interesting track meet, to say the least. And, of course, we've got Redmond football for you on Saturday, final home game of the season. It'll be senior day. 19 seniors will be playing their final game for the Redmen on Saturday. We'll have that game for you Saturday afternoon here on 1050 WLIP beginning at 12:30. A 1 o'clock kick from Art Keller Field. Redmond going for their 5th straight victory in that series over Augustana. Longest run in the series by the Redmen in that history of that series, going all the way back to the late 1920s. So a very important ball game for that reason, and to get to 5 conference wins on the season for Redmond football. It'll be the 3rd time in 4 seasons and just the 4th time since Art Keller retired that a Redmond team has won 5 or more CCIW conference games in a football season. So a lot at stake on Saturday. We hope to see you out here in person. If not, join us on the air beginning at 12:30 Saturday afternoon. Women's volleyball this weekend, the NCAA Division III Women's Volleyball Championships, the regional down at the University of Chicago, and that's where the Carthage Lady Reds regular season and conference tournament champion Lady Reds volleyball team will start their playoff run at the University of Chicago. They will take on Grinnell at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. The winner of that match will face the winner of the Claremont Mudd Scripps Washington University match. That will be the first match of the day down at University of Chicago. Then the Lady Reds at 3 o'clock against Grinnell. That'll be followed by Otterbein and UW Whitewater. And then the nightcap will feature the host University of Chicago Maroons taking on Westminster College out of Missouri. And then the semifinals will take place beginning at 2:30 on Saturday. And it's 2:30 and 5 on Saturday, and then the finals Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. So best of luck to the Carthage Lady Reds as they open up play tomorrow afternoon. Some awards continue to come for this Lady Red volleyball team, as it was announced today that 3 Lady Reds were named American Volleyball Coaches Association Midwest Region All-Region Team. Megan Barron, Haley Horner, and Ellie LeCounte were named Midwest Region Team after helping the Lady Reds to the CCIW regular season and tournament titles this past week. Barron finished the season with 282 kills and 32 assists. She was named the CCIW All-Conference First Team and CCIW Player of the Year, and was named to the All-Tournament Team and Tournament MVP. So this is Barron's 3rd AVCA Midwest selection. Horner was named to the list after leading the Lady Reds in kills with 304 and recorded 75 blocks during the season. She's a junior out of Wheaton, Illinois, and she was named the Offensive Player of the Week back in September. And she was named First Team All-Conference after being selected to the first team this year. And Ellie LeCounte was the top setter for the Lady Reds this season. She was named to the All-Region Team today and the CCIW All-Conference First Team. Over 1,000 assists on the season. She was Setter of the Week twice for the CCIW, and she was also a member of the CCIW All-Tournament Team. So congratulations to the 3 Lady Reds, Haley Horner, Megan Barron, and Ellie LeCounte, named to the AVCA All-Midwest Region Team. Again, the Lady Reds in action tomorrow as they will face Grinnell tomorrow afternoon in the first round of the NCAA Division III tournament hosted by the University of Chicago. Lady Reds trail by 1 here at the half. Kind of a choppy half. They went nearly 6.5 minutes without a field goal in that second quarter, so consider themselves lucky here to be down only by 1 as the Griffins turned the ball over 10 times in that first half and were out-rebounded 22-21, 9-5 on the offensive glass as well. So Lady Reds with some work to do here, but find themselves down only by 1. And this will be the final home game for a while for the Lady Reds as they will play the next 3 on the road beginning Saturday afternoon at Cornell College in Iowa. That'll be a 4 o'clock tip down in Iowa. We will be back with you next week Wednesday for Lady Reds basketball here on AM 1050 WLIP from Lake Forest College. It'll be the Lady Reds and Foresters from Lake Forest College. We will have that broadcast for you here on 1050 WLIP next Wednesday night beginning at 6:45, and then the Lady Reds will cap off the road trip a week from this Saturday, the 23rd, at Ripon College. So both teams finished up their warm-ups here to begin this second half. Starting 5 out there for the Lady Reds: Kalber, Kalis, R, Woodward, and Berrigan. Same for the Griffins. It'll be Profer, Stafford, White, Jillian Venegas, and Raven Venegas. The Venegas twins out of St. Catherine's High School in Racine. Griffin ball to start this second half. They will move it left to right as we view it here from the Tarbell Arena. Reds looking for their first win of the season. Griffins looking to inbound, and they do. Jillian Venegas with it at the center circle. She will work it off the right wing into Raven Venegas now, top of the key. Back to Jillian Venegas for 3. That one's no good. White with the rebound, gets it back out. Now they work it inside. Raven Venegas. Back out to White, top of the circle. For 3, and in by Riley Stafford off the feed from Courtney White. Stafford alone on the right wing, able to drop it down. The lead back out to 4 for Fontbonne. Now Maddie Kalber drives, kick back to Berrigan. Right side it goes to Kalis. Back to Kalber on the drive, below the free throw line. Back to Berrigan for the free throw line jumper. Good. Maggie Berrigan. And get both her and Kalber going. After Kalber had 3-point shot, she was kept quiet for the rest of the half. Need to get her going. Reds down 2 here. Griffins working the ball. Side ball taken away by Berrigan. Tried to force it inside to Raven Venegas, and Berrigan stepped in front of that pass. Now Woodward will handle the dribble. Works it off to Kalis right wing, inside to R. Working on Raven Venegas. Head, shoulder fake, and travel with the ball. I think she surprised herself on the first move as she got past Raven Venegas, but then found herself underneath the backboard and tried to work her way back up and under and traveled with the basketball. First turnover of the second half for the Lady Reds, 7th of the night for Carthage. Now a steal up top by Kalis. Kalis on the drive. Back the other way, low right, going up, missing. As she was hounded on the play that time by Profer. And then on the baseball pass, trying to connect with Jillian Venegas, the ball goes out of bounds. So Reds will bring it up from the back court. 8:20 to go. We're in the third quarter. Reds down 2. Kalis now driving down the right baseline, cut off by White. Kicks it over to the left corner. Kalber driving from the left corner. Forced it into R. R trying to control it. Slaps it back out to Kalis. Now back to R. R back over to Woodward. Woodward spin move on White. Couldn't release. Now back out to Kalber for 3. That rattles out. No good. Rebound pulled in by Profer. Gets it down quickly. In the hands of Stafford for 3 again. That one is short off the front of the rim. Rebound to Woodward. Woodward now gets it out to Kalis. 34-32. Reds down by a pair. Kalish now works it high in the left wing, guarded by White. Crossover dribble, jump stop, forces it inside to Berrigan, couldn't handle it. Deflects out to R, back out to Woodward, driving in right side. Woodward fouled as she made her move to the basket, knocked to the floor by Mallory Profer. This will put Woodward at the free throw line for Carthage. Sammy Woodward, this is her first trip to the line. Woodward just 2 for 9 tonight, 0 for 5 from three-point range, and misses the front end of 2. First miss at the free throw line this season, now 3 for 4. Drops the second one in, goes 1 for 2, deficit down to 1, 34-33. 7:20 to play, third quarter. Now Raven Venegas, top of the circle, turns, faces the basket. Berrigan out on her. Now drifts right of the free throw line. Skip pass into the left corner, it goes to White for 3. That one is short. Berrigan there to collect the rebound. Gives it off to Woodward. Carthage will bring it back right to left. Woodward on the dribble, guarded by Jillian Venegas. Swings it off high on the right to Autumn Kalis. Kalis trying to lose White, now gives it off to Kelber. Kelber back over to Kalis on the left wing. Thought about it, reloads, swings it down low. Berrigan 15-footer right side, calls over the rim, no good. Rebound Jillian Venegas. Gets it quickly down to White on the right wing. Up top to Profer. Now works it around left side. Jillian Venegas corner to Raven Venegas, driving from the right side. Jump stop, off balance. Got the pass away nonetheless. Now White with it. Back over to Profer for 3. That's an air ball miss. Kelber couldn't collect it, but it was knocked out of her hands by Stafford. It'll be Carthage ball. White will exit now as Riley Guffey will check back in, the junior out of Newburgh, Missouri. 6:17 to play, third quarter. Reds down 1, 34-33. Kalis now works it off to Kelber. Nice look inside for Berrigan, but was deflected out by Profer. Trying to zip that pass down the lane for Berrigan, just a little late. Profer was able to recover and knock it out of bounds. They get it to Kelber quickly, now to R, left free throw line jumper, no. Rebound to Profer. The Lady Reds have struggled here now, shooting 28% from the field. Just 1 for 4 here in this third quarter. Eyeing the 3 and hitting the triple from the left side is Riley Guffey. Left alone on the arc that time, made the Reds pay. Her 5th point tonight, 37-33. Now Kelber on the drive, below the free throw line, back out to Woodward. Now to Kalis. Free throw line jumper, Autumn Kalis won't go. And a rebound to Jillian Venegas. Reds now 1 for 5 from the field here in this third quarter. Griffins will set it up, 5:20 to play, leading by 4. Now on the drive, Jillian Venegas was fouled on her way down the lane. She will get 2 free throws out of this. Second game in the row, the Reds have struggled offensively. Shot just 35% in the loss to Calvin last Saturday, and they are below 30% here tonight. Just the shooting line tonight, 27%, 13% from the arc. Reds just 2 for 15 behind the arc as Jillian Venegas misses on the front end of 2. Venegas and her sister Raven prepped at St. Catherine High School in Racine. They've got quite the contingent here tonight from Racine. Hits the second free throw, her 4th point. Lead back to 5, 38-33 for Fontbonne. Now R with it, works it off to Berrigan, left side to Kelber. Kelber ball faking, now swings it over right side to Kalis below the arc. Kalis now cross court back to Kelber, driving with 4 on the shot clock. Tough shot from behind the backboard, Kelber able to hit. Well, she found herself back behind the backboard, had to alter that shot, was able to do that. Then back the other way, they get it down low to Jillian Venegas, who turns it over on the ballet travel. Tried to do a pirouette to stay in bounds and actually traveled with the basketball. She will exit as Haley Boucher will come in, the 5'8 freshman out of St. Clair, Missouri. 4:40 to play here in the third. Reds down 38-35. Amanda Larson working the basketball. Gets it off to Haley R. R now driving in right side. Going on Profer, was fouled. Got a step on Profer that time as she charged down the right baseline. We'll get 2 free throws out of this. Haley R. at the line. 2 for 3 at the stripe tonight. 6 points. Impressed with her aggressiveness on the glass tonight. She has 9 rebounds, 6 on the offensive glass tonight. Knocks down the first free throw. Chance to pull her team to within 1 here. It is up, and it crawls over the rim and good. 38-37, Griffins. Full court pressure forces the turnover as Calvert comes away with it and was fouled. Madison Boaz forced to foul Calvert as she took the ball away. And that is the 3rd team foul committed by the Griffins here in this 3rd quarter, and the 3rd personal on Madison Boaz. She will exit here with 3 fouls. Hannah Scherenberg, the freshman guard, will check in. So it'll be Proffer and Stafford along with Scherenberg, Guffey, and Boucher out there now for the Griffins. Calvert takes it behind the arc, fires the 3 left corner, no. R with the rebound, got tied up. Both players hit the deck. And R is slow to get up. I think she's okay. Got the held ball and possession arrow favoring the Lady Reds. 10th board tonight for Haley R. Carthage ball. Autumn Kalis will inbound right of the basket. Triggers it to Woodward. She'll take the dribble back up top. Now lost her defender. Pulls up. Right free throw line jumper. No. Crawled off the rim. No good. Boucher with the rebound. 3:55 to play in the third. Reds down 1. Now they work it inside. Boucher with it on the left corner. Working the baseline. Backed in on R and lays it off the glass and in. Good job defensively by R, just kept the body, just a better play by Boucher on the left block. 7 points, Boucher, 40-37. Now no look pass, Larson wasn't ready for it as Woodward fired it down low. Woodward never saw it. Stolen back by the Griffins. Proffer down the left side, missed the layup and may have injured herself. They have gotten poked in the eye. She is down underneath the basket. Play will continue and now it will be stopped. Not sure if she got a finger in the eye or got poked in the nose as she went up for that drive down the left side, and she appears to be okay. Carthage ball side out here with 24 on the shot clock. 40-37, Fontbonne. Reds have trailed all but 1 minute tonight. They scored the first basket. Now Kalis with a nice move, drives the lane, lays it in. Oh, a little quick crossover dribble that time and then drove the lane. And we got a timeout, Griffins. Well, we don't have a timeout here. Thought we had a timeout. What do we got? Delay of game warning, I believe, here on the ball coming through the basket. Each team with 4 timeouts remaining, and again, remember that 4 with under a minute to play. Call that timeout on a dead ball or a made basket, move that ball to midcourt. That may come into play tonight. Guffey driving down, or Boucher, I should say, down the right baseline, was fouled. She will get to the line here. Amanda Larson picking up the foul, her 3rd. 2nd on the team here in the quarter, and at the free throw line is Boucher. 7 points, make it 8 points tonight for Boucher. She is perfect 3 for 3 at the foul line. That one curls out, no good. Larson with the rebound, gives it up to Kalis. 2:45 to play in the third. Reds down 41-39. On the drive, Kalis again drives hard, lays it in. Back-to-back power moves by the senior Autumn Kalis. Well, she got that ball at the top. The key was not going to be denied as she walked her way down the lane. Now we got a whistle and a foul on the dribble. 2 hands on the hips that time, the foul call. Go on Kalis, that is her second team foul on the Lady Reds here in the quarter as Haley R. will come out. Kelsey Cashon, the 6-foot sophomore from Tremper, in for the Lady Reds. So Larson, Cashon, Kalis, Kalber, and Woodward out there. Boucher with it down the left side. Lays it up short. Rebound Cashon, but she was fouled from behind as she collected that loose ball off the miss by Boucher. And the foul will go on Riley Stafford. Stafford was behind Cashon that time and tried to take it away going over her back. Substitution for the Lady Reds. Josephowitz will check in. Taylor Josephowitz, the 5'6" junior out of Crystal Lake South High School, replacing Maddie Kalber. 2:17 to play, tied at 41. Reds looking for their first lead since the first end of the game, and they turn it over as Kalis tried to flip it off to the left there to Cashon, and it was stolen by Stafford. Now Cashon able to return the favor. She took it away from the Boucher on the pass that time. To Woodward, driving. Woodward going right with hand, no. Rebound, loose inside, foul on Cashon. As Woodward missed, Cashon dug in looking for the loose ball and went over the back of Riley Stafford. Cashon, that is her second. 4th team foul on the Lady Reds. Each team with 4 as Kalber will check back in now. She will come in for Autumn Kalis. Raven Venegas in now, along with Jillian Venegas for the Griffins. And Courtney White checking back in. Game tied at 41, minute 40 to play in the third. They work it inside, back out to Jillian Venegas, off to White in the right corner. Swings it back up top, tried to force it inside, and it was a double deflection, last touched by the Griffins. It'll be Carthage ball. Cashon originally got a piece of it, and then it deflected out off Madison Boaz. Minute 28 to play, tied at 41. We're in the third here in Kenosha. On the drive. Kalber floats and hits off the left baseline. Maddie Kalber now with 9 points, going over the 1,000-point mark in her career tonight. 43-41. Minute 7 to play here in the third. Reds their first lead since the first minute of the first quarter. Cashon knocked to the floor on the dribble by Raven Venegas. Out to Jillian Venegas for the three. It's no good. Amanda Larson able to dig in for the rebound. She will give it up to Sammy Woodward under a minute to go here in the third. Kalber pulls up, triple, in and out, battle for the loose ball. Josephowitz had it taken away. I think it was Raven Venegas who deflected it out. White comes away with it for the Griffins. Now gives it off to Lower. Back to Raven Venegas, hands it off to Lower with 26 seconds to play. Into the left corner. With it now is Boaz. To Venegas. She fires, missing. Kalber with the rebound underneath. Shot clock dark, 15 seconds to play in the quarter. Reds will play it for 1, up by 2 here. Woodward with 6. Takes the dribble around the left side, turns the corner, pulls it up with the right hand, barely drew iron. Raven Venegas collects the rebound, will try and throw it down, but it comes up short. And our third quarter comes to an end with the Reds up by 2. Their first lead since early in the first quarter. It's Carthage 43, Fontbonne 41 as we return to the fourth right after this on AM 1050 WLIP. Lady Reds go 5 of 15, 33% in that third quarter for the game, now shooting 30%. The Griffins 3 of 11, 27% in the third for the game, shooting 35%. Reds up 43-41 as we begin the fourth. John Weiser with you from the Tarbell Arena. Griffin ball to start this fourth quarter, working left to right. It'll be White, Jillian Venegas, Raven Venegas, Boaz, and Lower out there for the Griffins. For the Reds, it's Kalber, Woodward, Larson, Josefowicz, and Cauchon. Raven Venegas able to hit the layup. She's got 8 points now. Game tied at 43 early in the fourth. Kalis for three. That one skips off, no good. Rebound pulled in by Madison Boaz. Both the Reds just 2 for 18 now, shooting the three. Now the ball loose, picked up in the corner. They work it to Raven Venegas. Backing down, turning, shooting, and hitting around Cauchon. Kelsey Cauchon in there to start this fourth quarter along with Haley R, the inside players, and Raven Venegas hits back-to-back baskets to give her team a 2-point lead. 4-point run here for the Griffins. Woodward for three, that one's good. Sammy Woodward, her first made three tonight, 1 for 6 at the arc. Reds now 3 for 19 at the three, and they have a 1-point lead. 46-45. 18-footer hit the side of the basket that time. Shot taken by Riley Guffey. And a traveling call on Kalis as she got that pass from Woodward. So Berrigan now will check in here in the fourth. Maggie Berrigan replacing Kelsey Cauchon. As the Griffins will inbound in the offensive end. They'll get it into Raven Venegas. She will flip it off to Riley Guffey. Back to Raven Venegas. Below the arc, left side. Hands it off to Proffer. High-low it goes. Low post into Venegas. Try to get around Berrigan. Berrigan commits the foul. So Berrigan picks up her third. Amanda Larson will check in now for the Lady Reds, the 5'9" junior out of Grays Lake Central, coming in for Berrigan. And Venegas at the line, shooting two. 10 points, 5 runs tonight for Venegas, her first trip to the line. And that one's in and out, no good. Griffins tonight 5 for 9 at the line, while the Lady Reds are 11 of 15 from the stripe. Second free throw, that one's no good. Comes up empty as Woodward collects the rebound. 46-45 Reds, 8:20 to play in the game. Kalber now works it off to Kalis. Guarded hard, got around Guffey, puts it up, no, loose ball inside, and a travel is falling down with it was Mallory Proffer. She got the rebound but lost her balance, necessitating the travel call. 17 turns now by this Griffin team. Kalis will inbound to Larson. Larson, Kalis, Woodward, R, and Kalber for the Lady Reds. As Kalber backs it off, high on the right. Now works it off right side to Kalis. A 2-3 zone look as Woodward will shoot over it, missing. Raven Venegas with the rebound. They get it just short of midcourt, does Guffey, and then they clear it across to Boaz. Back to Raven Venegas, now to Guffey. To Julian Venegas, she'll fire the three. In and out, no good. Haley R with her 11th rebound tonight. That is a career best for Haley R. 11 boards tonight. Maddie Kalber pulls up off the glass left side and good for Maddie Kalber. Kalber now with 11 tonight. Her three-pointer in the first quarter put her over the 1,000-point mark in her career. 3-point Lady Red lead with 7:10 to play. Now Venegas, Jillian Venegas driving the lane, draws the foul, and she will get to the free throw line. Foul Foul will go on Haley R., her second team foul of the quarter. And Jillian Venegas, the senior out of St. Catherine's High School in Racine, back to the line for the Griffins. Venegas 1 for 2 at the stripe, knocks down the front end. She's played 25 minutes tonight. 5 points on 1 of 8 shooting. Second free throw good. She will come out. Haley Boucher will come in for her. So the Griffins back to within 1 here with 7:07 to play. Carthage will bring it up uncontested. Kalis, Larson, Kelber, Woodward, and R. Kalis now. Off to Woodward, right wing. Left side it goes to Larson. Larson working on Boucher. Goes driving with the left hand, goes hard and draws the foul. Larson going hard the left side that time, able to draw the foul. Boucher picking up the foul, her third, first on the Griffins here in the quarter. And this will put Amanda Larson at the free throw line. Larson on Saturday played 27 minutes, scored 3 points, was 1 for 2 at the line, and comes up short here. Second one up and in. 1 for 2 for Larson. Lead to 2 here for the Lady Reds. 49-47. 6:45 remaining. Jillian Venegas, or I should say Raven Venegas, with the ball. Back out it goes to Profer for 3. That's an air ball miss and out of bounds to the Lady Reds. Way off on that shot that time. Missing left. Carthage inbounds quickly. Kalis across midcourt with the dribble. Works it off right side to R. Up top to Kelber. Left alone for 3. That's money for Maddie. Maddie Kelber with the triple. She has 14. Timeout. Griffins. It'll be a full timeout. We will take a break. 6:22 remaining. Reds with their largest lead now, 52-47 on AM10 WLIP. .22 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Lady Reds up 5, 52-47. Reds 3 of 6 in this fourth quarter, including 2 of 4 from the arc. Griffins 2 of 5 from the floor, 0 for 2 from the arc here in this fourth quarter. Griffins will bring it down. It's Proffer, Raven Venegas, Boaz, Guffey, and Boucher out there. And the ball stripped away. Kalis able to pick it up. 19 turnovers tonight committed by the Griffins. Kalis, Kelber, Larson, Woodward, and R out there for the Lady Reds. Kalis top of the circle. 3-2 zone, drives, glass, and couldn't make it, but drew the foul. Was Autumn Kalis, her third hard drive here in this second half. Guffey picking up the foul, that is her third. Team fouls even at 2 apiece. Kalis on the line, where she is 1 for 2 tonight. First one is true. Kalis with 9 points. Rough shooting night, 3 of 13 from the field, including 1 of 5 from behind the arc. Reds just 4 of 21 shooting the 3 tonight. Able to drop in the second. Largest lead of the game now at 7 for the Lady Reds. 54-47. Raven Venegas with it. In the corner, Guffey takes the dribble back up top to Proffer. Back to Guffey on the left wing, reversing to White. Now around to Boaz. On the drive, cut off nicely by Kelber, hands it off to White, bothered by Woodward. Back out to Raven Venegas. Shot clock down to 4. On the drive, going up with it, off the glass, no good. Rebound, knocked out of bounds. Oh, they went off a White, but they say it went off a Lady Red player. So it'll maintain Griffin ball here. Shot clock reset to 20. Now working it. Guffey to Raven Venegas, back to White on the left wing. Using the screen, drives, kick out, 3 on the way by Boaz. This one is good. Top of the circle 3 for Boaz, pulls the Griffins to within 4. Her first points tonight. 54-50, under 5 minutes to play. Larson with it now, top of the circle. Works the dribble off to the right side, feeds Kelber. Kelber into the corner to Woodward. Left corner 3, got it! Maddie Kelber to Woodward, left alone in the left corner, drops the triple. 11 for Woodward, 57-50, Lady Reds. Guffey now, bothered by Kalis. Slips it inside low left, and the finish by White is good. Good pass that time, able to slide that one in down to the left block. White left alone, able to finish, 57-52. Now Woodward on the drive, leaves it for Larson. High on the right to Kelber, reversing left side to R. Driving in left side, cut off at the baseline by Venegas, nowhere to go. Gets it back up top to Woodward. Now to the right side, Kalis driving in right side, scoops with the right hand and lays it in. Beautiful job by Kalis, changing hands from left to right, lays it in right side. 12 on the night for Kalis, 59-52, Lady Reds. 3:45 remaining. White now, top of the circle, kick to the left corner to Proffer. Lost control of it and taken away by Kelber. 20 turnovers tonight by the Griffins. Now the pull-up jumper by Woodward, left side is short. Larson with the offensive board. To Kelber, alone for 3. Yes, sirree! The triple by Maddie Kelber. Kelber for the triple, 17 tonight to lead the Lady Reds. The lead out to 10. We've got a foul inside. It'll go on the Griffins. Raven Venegas committing the foul as that ball went through. It'll be Carthage ball, but a 30-second timeout taken by the Griffins. The Lady Reds have awoken here in this fourth quarter, shooting 33% for much of the night, coming out firing here in the fourth. 6 of 10 from the field, 4 of 6 the arc. Just to give you an idea, the Reds were 0 for 8 in the second and third quarters shooting the 3. But they have come alive here and have gone on a nice little run here to open a 10-point lead. 62-52, 3:23 to go. Possession arrow favoring the Lady Reds. The Griffins with 2 timeouts remaining, the Reds with 4. Foul situation, Griffins with 3 team fouls, the Reds with 2. Again, 4 is the limit, over 4, and for each foul you're shooting 2. Kalis, Woodward, R, Larson, and Kelber out there for the Lady Reds. Proffer, White, Venegas, Boaz, and Guffey. Kelber to R in the paint, fell down in the paint, got tied up, held ball. What do we have? Jump ball, possession arrow to the Lady Reds. Both coaches were looking for a foul here, and when R fell into the middle of the floor, they're going to wipe up the perspiration here as she hit the deck in the paint. Carthage will retain possession as Kalis will inbound right of the basket. Kalis will get in up top to Kelber. Back to Larson on the right wing to Kelber. Kelber, nice feed inside to R. Head shoulder fake, drew the foul. Unable to finish, but getting the foul was Haley R. And R now with 2 free throws upcoming, a chance to make it a double-double tonight. She has 11 rebounds. taking her time at the line, and the free throw is good. One more for Haley R. On the way, and good. Double-double night for Haley R. 10 points, 11 rebounds. 6 of 7 from the line for R. 64-52 Reds as we approach 3 minutes to go here in Kenosha. John Weiser with you. Glad you're along tonight for Carthage Lady Red basketball. The pass by Venegas is stolen away by Kalis. Kalis down the floor, finds Woodward. She'll pull it back out to Larson. Larson now around to Kalber, looking inside for R off her fingertips and out of bounds. Good idea. Kalber just a little too much mustard on that pass to R inside. Just the 12th turnover by the Reds tonight. Now White cut off, tough angle shot inside, no good. Rebound skips to Larson. 2.5 minutes to play. Reds leading by 12. Larson across to the free throw. Look pass to Kalis. Left corner three won't go, and White with the rebound. They get it down quickly. Julian Venegas traveled with the basketball, turning it over. That's the story tonight for the Griffins. They've turned it over 22 times tonight. Fontbonne will use their timeout here. They have one remaining. It'll be another 30-second timeout. Tonight's basketball game on AM 1050 WLIP is brought to you in part by Westosha Sports Complex, Zero to Hero Conditioning. Visit westoshasportscomplex.com. By Triangle Flooring, Furniture, and Appliance Center. They're located at the intersection of Highway 50, 39th Avenue, and Roosevelt Road, inside the Triangle in Kenosha. And by Mason's Eatery and Pub, located on Highway 50, west of Green Bay Road in Kenosha. Don't be a chain eater. Eat at Mason's, now featuring breakfast 7 days a week. Reds ball in the backcourt, leading by 12. They'll get some token pressure here. Kalis, Woodward, Kalber, Larson, and R. R with a double-double tonight. Kalber driving left side. Try to get it to R through her fingertips and stolen away. Back with it is Proffer. Proffer down the floor. Leaves it back to the arc to Stafford. Now off to Guffey. To Venegas. Back to Stafford for three. That one's way off. Long rebound. Out to the free throw line. Kalber can't corral it. Griffins come up with it. They swing it off. Proffer with it. Penetrates. Tried to pass it off to the corner to White. Was broken up by Kalis. 1:46 to play. Reds up 64-52. Griffins inbound. Free throw line extended far side. They get it into White. Back to Proffer for three. Off the rim, no good. R collecting her 12th rebound. She'll roll it off to Kalis. 1:38 to play. Reds by 12 here. Coming alive in this fourth quarter. Kalber now. On the drive, left side. Pulls up, left block, and hits. The pull-up jumper for Kalber. 19 points tonight for Maddie Kalber. She leads all scorers. And that'll just about put this one away. 14-point lead now for the Reds with 1:12 to go. Three on the way, rattles in. From the right side, Riley Guffey drops the triple. Guffey with 8 tonight, 66-55. Now Larson gets it to Woodward, back to Larson. Cross-court feed to Kalber, back up top to Kalis. Guarded by Venegas. 12 on the shot clock, 48 to play. Now we're to Larson for three. Back iron miss. Offensive board. Woodward trying to dribble out of traffic. Was fouled by Julian Venegas. Over the limit, so 2 free throws here for Sammy Woodward with 41 seconds to play, an 11-point lead. Chance to put this one away for the Lady Reds. Off the rim and down for Sammy Woodward. 2 for 3 tonight from the stripe. 12 points for Woodward. 4 players in double figures led by Kalber's 19 as Woodward hits the back end. 2 for 2 that trip. 68-55 Reds. 35 seconds to play in the game. White down the lane. They'll let her go. She'll make the layup and hit. They only have one timeout remaining. gladly give up that 2 to get the possession here and force the foul, which they do here. If it's on Jillian Venegas, that is her 4th. It is on Venegas, her 4th. We'll walk it down to my left here. Woodward for 2 free throws, I should say. Free throw up and good for Woodward. Second one on the way and good. Woodward cans both. Lead back out to 13 with 29 seconds to play. Carthage going to even their mark at 1-1. Fontainebleau's going to fall back to 1-1 with the loss here tonight. Again, the money quarter here won by the Lady Reds. Coming alive here in this 4th quarter after, for lack of a better term, slogging their way through the first 3 quarters tonight. Just did not look good offensively. We'll visit with head coach Tim Bernero in our post game tonight, and I'm sure he's going to talk about that. Not so much what Fontbonne did to them, but the fact that they just could not get it together offensively through almost 3 full quarters tonight. Free throw good by Guffey. 18 seconds to play. Woodward gets it across now to Haley R. Bumped and fouled by White. R at the free throw line. Great night for Haley R. Career nights in both scoring and rebounding tonight for Haley R. Ten points, 12 rebounds, 6 of 7 at the line. She'll get 2 shots here. That one clanks off no good. Just her second miss at the stripe tonight, but solid 34-plus minutes tonight for Haley R. They're going to need that here, getting into conference play in December. Be a nice little weapon to have. A little more aggressive play this season by Haley R. Certainly going to help. 1 for 2 that trip. Long 3 by White, able to knock it down. Makes it a 10-point game with 10 seconds to play. All you do is get it in here, play keep away here. And this one's going in the left column tonight. Lady Reds pick up their first conference win as that pass slips through the hands of R out of bounds with 2.4 seconds left. Doesn't matter. Reds will get the win here tonight, even their mark at 1-1, and they will hit the road for 3 straight beginning Saturday. Final seconds tick off. Venegas at the buzzer. They will count it. 3-pointer for Julian Venegas makes the final margin 7, but the Lady Reds pull this one out 71-64 over the Fontbonne Griffins in the first meeting between these 2 schools. Your final tonight, 71-64 in favor of the Lady Reds. We'll take a 2-minute break, back with our post-game programming, including a visit with head coach Tim Bernero. All of this coming away after this 2-minute timeout on AM 1050 WLIP. Well, at Barnes & Noble, Carthage College Bookstore is your headquarters for Carthage logo wear. Right now it's a pre-holiday sale, 25% off all Champion brand Carthage logo wear. Shopping is easy. Simply go to the Carthage website, carthage.bncollege.com, and place your order. There's free ground shipping, or you can pick it up in the store, which is located inside the Campbell Student Union here at Carthage College. Well, the holidays are approaching, so get started on your shopping list now. Go to carthage.bncollege.com. That's carthage.bncollege.com for your Carthage logo wear. John Weiser back at the Tarbell Arena, where tonight the Lady Reds pick up their first win of the 1920 campaign, a 71-64 victory over the Fontbonne Griffins. And really it was the fourth quarter and Maddie Kalber that took them on. Maddie Kalber was 5 for 6 in that fourth quarter, actually going back to the late stages of that third quarter. She had a jumper with 118 in the third, and then 3 straight baskets, 2-pointer, followed by a pair of 3-pointers that opened this ball game up. Kalber tonight finished with 19 points, her first 3-pointer of the night coming in the first quarter. That put her over the 1,000-point mark in her collegiate career. So congratulations to Pleasant Prairie's Maddie Kalber in the 1,000-point club for Carthage College. And by joining that, she becomes the 24th Lady Red player to score 1,000 or more points in their career here at Carthage. So Maddie Kalber got them going, and it was the hot shooting in that fourth quarter really that turned this game around for the Lady Reds. As I said, it was kind of an offensive slog tonight. They shot just 33% in the third quarter, 27% in the second quarter, and combined second and third quarter, Reds were 0 for 8 shooting the three. But in that fourth quarter alone, the Reds went 7 of 13 from the floor, better than 53%, and they went 4 of 8 from the three arc. And that was the difference really with Maddie Kalber. They threw that was pulled away. They ball game until early in the fourth when the Reds took the lead 47-45, and from there on they relinquish that lead. And again, their large lead coming here late by 14, 66-52. So Lady Reds for the ball game. Again, the numbers almost identical to the Calvin game. 35% from the field, the Reds, 22 of 62, 35%, just 6 of 20, but 4 of those 6 coming in the fourth quarter. 25 from the 3, 24%, and the Reds went 21 of 27 from the line tonight for 7%. 4 Lady Red players in figures tonight, led by Kalber's 19. Kalber was 8 for 30 from the field, 3 of 8 from three-point range. 2 of those three-pointers coming in this fourth quarter. She finished with game-high honors, 19 points. Sammy Woodward with 15 tonight. She was 4 of 16 from the field, just 2 of 8 from the arc, but 5 of 6 from the line. Autumn Kalish with 12. Kalish 4 of 15, only 1 of 6 from the arc, and 3 of 4 from the line. But Haley R, 11 points and 12 rebounds tonight. R with the double-double. 2 for 6 from the field, 7 of 9, leading free throw shooter tonight. She was also the leading rebounder and leading assist player tonight for the Lady Reds, and perhaps her best game as a Lady Red, the junior Haley R, with 11 points and 12 rebounds. If we have to hand out a Player of the Game award, it would go to Haley R tonight for her efforts. She was very aggressive tonight. 12 rebounds tonight for Haley R. And out of that rebounding total for Haley, 7 coming on the offensive glass. So very aggressive for Haley R tonight. Meanwhile, for the Griffins tonight, 22 of 55, 40% from the field. They were 12 of 32 from the arc, 37%, and they were 8 of 14 from the free throw line, 57%. 2 players in double figures tonight. It was Raven Venegas, the senior out of St. Catherine High School in Racine. She had 10 points on 5 of 8 from the field. She also had 6 rebounds. Also in double figures tonight was White, Courtney White, 4 of 7 from the field, 1 for 3 from the arc, and 1 for 2 at the free throw line. White finishing with 10.